We're at the Midwest Ag Expo in Gordyville. Talking to me right now is Andy Waters with Linko Precision. Andy, explain to us what your company offers, what kind of services you do.
Well, the company's out of El Paso. I work out of the Springfield area, so kind of cover the central Illinois area. And we do anywhere from iron equipment sales, truck body work in the shop, and I focus on kind of the precision ag side of stuff, which has been in the future. In the past, it's been a lot of steering systems, anything GPS related, planner attachment parts, planner monitoring, sprayer performance, and now we're kind of getting into what everybody seems to be talking about at the show, in agriculture, the drones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the drones are the big attention point now, and people used to think of drones as something kids did for hobbies, but agriculture is one of the big areas for drones, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yep. A lot of, people, every show I go to, people have tell me different ideas of what people are using them for. As far as the simple one, crop scouting, landlord relationships. If you got a landlord in California or Chicago or something, send them pictures. That means a lot, really. Anywhere we were at Northern Illinois doing a show a couple weeks ago, and the police department came and they said, yeah, we have one of those that we're using to find kids if they're lost. So just a tremendous amount of uses. I use them for agriculture a ton. Also, I use it for fun hobby picture taking. A lot of what you're going to see in the future with these is NDVI crop health sensors. They used to be, as anything with technology, they used to be a lot more expensive to put on. Even a year ago, maybe an $8,000 sensor to put on there to monitor crop health turned into a $2,000 sensor this year. What's it going to be next year? $1,000, affordable, something that you can actually make a difference with and get an ROI on. So the technology is just going like smartphones or computers. It's just something new every day.
And it used to be when they first came out, drones were a little difficult for some people to maneuver. I hear they're a lot more stable, a lot easier now.
Yeah, they really are. I've got actually behind the deal here, I've got my $60 one I bought from Amazon. Fly it around the house, hit the walls, it's fun. But this one, I've had a 10-year-old fly it. I've had an 85-year-old fly it. The 10-year-old did a lot better than the 85-year-old, used to playing video games and stuff. But it's got so many fail safes that you almost can't crash it. I've flown that one a lot of hours, haven't crashed it. I always tell people when I'm flying new, especially the DJI series, that just the way the controls are set up, if you freak out and you feel like you're doing something wrong, just let go of the controls. That aircraft and GPS mode is just going to hover right in that area. So that kind of gets people pushed into, hey, I kind of feel like I'm confident because I can always just let go and hand it over if I need to.
So the trick is to get your kids involved in these things so you can just stay home and the kids can run all the stuff.
That's exactly it. I got one grower that his kid flies it more than him.
It is amazing. You just don't, until recently, you didn't think of that kind of technology with farming.
Yeah, and I like to think, and this is just my thoughts, you never know what's going to happen in the future. They've got sprayers that they put on drones, 10-gallon sprayers they can put on drones. I don't know the cost, but what were to happen, let's say you had 110-foot sprayer drones, and they're covering a 10-foot swath section. So let's say that cost you $100,000 to get 100 of those. Well, that's cheaper, the same price as a sprayer. Well, what would happen in that situation? They could change agriculture. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's just something I've heard of that you think about.
Well, and I've saw in 60 Minutes that they are starting to do those in swarms now rather than just one or two.
Yep. So that'll... the spraying's where I see the biggest effect. I can't really think of any other situations where I'd see it other than spraying or maybe fertilizing or something like that. But it's a neat concept. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. Just kind of sit back and ride and see what people figure out and the ideas that people have and where the technology takes us.
Now, what's this one behind us here?
We've got, this is a Trimble TMX steering solution. This display right here, it's kind of an aftermarket display. And it'll do anything from just simple guidance to it'll control vertical accuracy for tile plow or surface drainage, scrapers. You can control sections on a sprayer, sections on a toolbar, rate on a toolbar, planter monitoring, yield monitoring. It's kind of do-it-all display. And we've got it, this is the display GPS receiver portion. We've got it set up with an easy pilot steering motor. So actually, if I can get steering right, what we can do here is this is just a simulation, so I've got fake GPS simulated to it. But the purpose is you get on your AB line and you can engage the steering unit and it's going to automatically, it's got a steering spline attached to, or it's got the motor attached to the steering spline. It's going to automatically steer the tractor to give you anywhere from 6 to 8 inch pass accuracy to sub-inch RTK if you want to go that route.
So again, this is one of those where you teach your kids and they can run it and you can go do something else.
I've seen a lot of we'll say older farmers that will get this and run it for a while and just have the kid take over. Put them anywhere from, I put them on combines, tractors, put them on semi trucks that are being used as floaters out. They transfer a semi truck to a floater. Put them on Polaris, UTVs. Put them on Jeep one time. You can put them on a lot of different vehicles.
Well, there's been all the talk about driverless autos and stuff. In a way, you've already got that in agriculture.
That's this right here. This is, of course, like you buy a brand new John Deere tomorrow. It's got full hydraulic steer, so it's a different setup. You're not even moving the steering wheel at all. It's steering strictly through hydraulics. This is more of an aftermarket for those tractors that, maybe 2000. Tractor was made in 2000. It doesn't have hydraulic steer. This is a cheaper option to put on. I wouldn't say it's as good, but it's a very good steering system. Hydraulic's better, but it's a very good steering system for aftermarket at a lot cheaper price than putting on a full hydraulic system.
Now, is it difficult for a guy like you to keep up to date to this? I mean, technology is changing constantly.
Yeah, it is. But that's part of the fun of it. You're learning something new every single day. There's no such thing as an expert in precision agriculture and expert in drones, because once you think you know it all, something new's coming out the next minute. So it's a challenge, but it always keeps you on your toes, and I like learning something new all the time, so that's what is fun about it for me.
Great. Yep. Well, thank you, Andy Waters from Lingo Precision at the Midwest Ag Expo. I'm Bob Iverson.